Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the ladies are watching my videos. But you got Yogurt Warrior here. And I actually had trouble coming up with an idea for a video this week. So I decided you can't go wrong with a commentary, right? I'm just going to tell you guys a little story about something that happened to me earlier in the week. But before I get to that, first I'd like to say that I hope you like the gameplay I have for you today. It's some good old gun game right here. I happened to play this match while I was trolling. Obviously I wasn't trolling at the time, but maybe next week I will post my first ever troll video. I mean, I don't know how anyone could dislike gun game trolling, but I don't know how long this story is gonna take, so I think I might as well start it now. So, you guys probably know where I am basically all day every day. I'm a freshman in high school. So yes, this story is gonna involve school. But it's not just any school day. It's a field trip. Pretty much the one day of the year where kids are actually excited to go to school. Speaking of field trips, please write in the comment section below what your favorite field trip was when you were a child. I'd love to hear all the places you guys have been. But yeah, for this very field trip, we were actually going to a play called To Kill a Mockingbird. You may have read the book before. Take it from me, if you haven't read it, I definitely would not recommend it. So, it may not sound very fun, but it is better than being at school all day, right? At least that's my opinion. But that's not what my friends and I were all excited for during this field trip. Because before the play, we were going to Old Country Buffet, baby. And don't worry, this story is not going to be about the play. I'll have you know that that was some of the most boring 3 hours of my life. But this story takes place inside of OCB. So it all started out with my friends and I having some fun on the bus on the way there. We were having rap battles with each other, making dubstep through our mouths, and singing some songs. So after like an hour of stuff like that going on, we had finally arrived. And of course, my friends and I made sure that we were the first ones to get into the restaurant. But you see, what we didn't know is that the worker was going to call up each table individually to the buffet line. And we, of course, happened to sit in the wrong spot. I'm pretty sure that nobody wants to sit at a buffet for an hour without their food. So my friends and I decided to make a deal with each other. We decided that whenever the worker calls up a new table, that we would go with that table one at a time. And I'm not gonna lie, that plan did not last very long. In fact, only one of us went up before we got caught by one of the teachers. She came over to the table, and one of my friends and I tried to chat a lot with her, so that she wouldn't see the plate of food sitting on the table. She, of course, eventually noticed it, but it seriously probably took her like a good 30 seconds. And my friend's excuse was basically that he didn't know. But surprisingly, we all ended up having a pretty good laugh over it. Even the teacher. And of course, after all of that, we decided that it probably would not be a good idea to send another one of us up to the buffet line. But as time went on, we all got pretty freaking hungry. And once again, we had come up with another brilliant idea. We decided that if we all went up to the buffet line at the same time, we could tell the teachers that the worker actually told us to go up there, and that there wouldn't be a problem. But we kinda couldn't have been more wrong. Plus my friend that already had the food before had to keep hiding behind the teacher so she wouldn't notice him. But our plan was actually working pretty smoothly in the buffet line. Honestly, better than I think we expected. Everyone that sat at my table got through with no issues. When we got back to the table is when the problem started. The same teacher that laughed earlier asked us if we were supposed to go up to the buffet line. And I hate to admit it, but I did the talking for us. And I feel really bad because I told a lie. And I am not a very good liar. She asked me, and instead of saying just yes, I was more like, yeah? So she told the worker on us. And then it dawned on me that I forgot to get a drink. So I got up and walked over to the chocolate milk machine. And after getting my chocolate milk, I started walking back to the table, and there they were, getting a lecture from the teacher. I obviously didn't get to hear the whole lecture, but when I was there, she was basically telling us how disappointed she was in us and how selfish we were. I felt so bad for getting my friends in trouble, but we all apologized to her when we got back on the bus, and we're all good now. But it was weird. The next day in school she thanked us all for having such great behaviors and that there was no issues. Well, she must have forgot about something, but I'm not gonna complain. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next weekend.